live. Everybody?
Hi there.
Hope you're doing great. Hi Charlene, hi Dungeon Matron, welcome back from your trip. Hi Kim, and hi Campaign Training. Hope you're all doing great. So, today our guest is Giovanni from Lyrics Creations. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure. We've been talking a bit before the stream, and I think this is going to be a fun one. So, just one thing. I've just switched over some stuff with the sound. So please let me know if something's off or if you hear any weird background noises. Or other than that, I guess we're ready to go. Oh, Giovanni, how are you doing today?
Yes, I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, would you like to start by telling us a bit about yourself and got into gaming and crafting?
Okay. Like we were talking about earlier, I guess I'm fairly new to this whole crafting thing. I actually just started doing it a little less than a year ago. Um, my channel just basically started a little less than 10 months ago, so almost a year now. And I really wasn't into YouTube too much. I didn't really watch a lot of YouTube videos until like maybe 3 or 4 months before I started my channel.
All right.
And so I pretty much started crafting around the same time. And yeah, it's weird because what got me started in YouTube is because I got a 3D printer.
All right.
So I started this. Yeah. So I started this. I decided to start printing dungeon tiles. But every time I printed something, it just started failing miserably. And for some reason I couldn't do it right, so I went to YouTube and tried to figure out how to do it correctly. But when I was like surfing through it, I found this channel called Bard's Craft, I believe it was,
Yeah, I know the one.
and I was hooked. I saw this guy making crazy things out of junk he saw. He picked up from outside, just garbage laying around in the yard or in the forest, and he's building amazing stuff with it. So I'm like, hey, I want to try that out. And next thing you know, here I am. I'm doing craft for a little over or a little less than a year now. So yeah, that's pretty much
I
it.
was very surprised with that because you do make some very ambitious projects. Really interesting ones
Thank
too.
you. Appreciate it.
Okay, I see that Meredith from Scattertown joined us. Hello there. And
Oh,
Dungeon Matron is
hi.
saying, I have that melty clock.
Yeah, but
Okay, and Sophie also joined us. Good evening.
hi there.
So yeah, shall we start by taking a look at the pictures of the piece because there are some
Sure.
really good ones over there.
Oh boy.
Okay, anyone in particular you want to start with?
uh, hmm. Well, my newest one is that mushroom shanty town. I think I just posted it like maybe a week or 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, that was a fun one to build. I mean, that was my first foray into clay though, and yeah, I probably won't do that again because clay was horrible to work with. Yeah, so like air dry clay at least. I was told try to use polymer clay, but we'll see. I'll try to steer clear from it though.
I'll be honest, for something this size, polymer clay might be even.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's like air drying clay is pretty annoying to work with sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what
It's
I?
mostly the clay is mostly the roof, all the roof, the mushroom tops. Everything else is pretty much just like
You know, one thing.
discarded cups. Sorry.
Yeah, cups and pieces like that. Yeah, but one thing I really liked about this was when you were explaining your thinking behind it and how you wanted to avoid the Smurf village look.
Right, right. I mean, not to disparage the Smurfs. I mean, I enjoyed them when I was a kid, but I did not want something so cutesy and so like childish. So yeah, I mean, I still want it to be gritty. What do you call it? The Feywild kind of build.
Yeah, it's kind of whimsical, but not that kind of sugary whimsical kind of thing.
Yes, That's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Okay, I see that Mia Geeked and Dirty Basement Terrain also joined us. And the Dirty Basement Terrain was the one who suggested that I look at your
Yeah,
channel.
I enjoy his work. I love watching his videos.
Yeah, Lawrence is a
The
great
more
guy.
macabre, the better.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
And let's see, 'cause one of the ones I really liked was this.
Oh boy, yeah, that was like one of my first ones. Yeah.
This one looks really good, and you know, it's the kind of piece that you look at and you say, okay, there is a story behind it.
Yeah, well, honestly, a few weeks before I started this idea, I was talking to somebody about I don't know if you're familiar with Terry Pratchett.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, so we were talking about how it would be so cool to make the turtle carrying the world, the Discworld, and I'm like, well, yeah, that would be cool, but I can't have it scale enough to be on a tabletop game. So I'm like, instead of building a Discworld, I'll try to build like a mini village on top of this giant turtle. So that's what happened.
I mean, it's,
It sounded cooler. It sounded better. It probably looked better in my imagination, but this is what came out. So it's I'm
yeah,
happy with it.
tell you what, I mean, that's one thing that I think any crafter and any artist has to deal with. Nothing you ever make will ever look as good as it did.
Right,
There will always
right.
be that gap. But it doesn't mean
Uh,
that everyone else won't find it amazing, because I mean, even the idea behind this is really good.
Thank you. Yeah, I try to make it playable as possible. You can get in the little buildings. Everything is open, and you can actually put the pieces inside. So I like having playable terrain. So it worked out.
So when you play, are you usually a player or a game master?
We take turns.
All right,
We rotate. Yeah, to make it fair for everybody.
that
So
sounds very
sometimes
sensible.
I'm playing place PC, and sometimes I'm the DM. So yeah, it's fun. Oh boy, this one, yeah. This is my attempt at a Ravenloft Vistani kind of
Oh, all right. Okay.
like a wagon, a traveler wagon. Although when I posted this, I actually made the mistake of using the word that apparently is not acceptable anymore.
Ah, the words that starts with
So
a G, right?
with the G, correct? Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
like, oh, oops, I did not know that. I was kind of unaware that there's a stigma behind that word now. So
Yeah.
I actually ended up going back and editing a lot of like most of the. Oh, well, I edited the video and removed all of the G words from
Oh,
the
okay.
entire thing. So yeah.
Yeah, I think to be honest, that was news to me. I think I only found out a couple of months.
hmm I mean, I understand it. I understand that the negative connotations, but I wasn't aware, and I apologize to anybody that I probably may have offended. But I'm sorry, and I pretty much try to rectify it.
Does look lovely though. That foam. Yes.
That's foam, and that dome thing is a Pringles container. So I kind
Oh,
of just
okay.
split it open. Yeah. Um, yeah, and a bunch of cardboard boxes and all kinds of things that I just foamed and painted. So yeah, that was a fun one because that was tiny and it's really easy to do.
It did look good, especially with all the bright colors and stuff. It's not something that you usually
hmm
associate with Ravenloft, but for I think the family is called the Vistanian. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Right.
bright colors really do
Very.
fit them. Okay. Also, I'm seeing this guy here.
Yeah.
This is like some kind of Bob Ross adventure figure.
It is. It's yeah. It's a piece that I found in one of these free STL sites, and it's like a Bob Ross the Barbarian. So I had to have them. So yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and you touched on the colors. I like we were talking earlier about how I was always unsure about my painting because I always wanted. I'm not because I see other videos showing a lot of very realistic painting, like the buildings look practically real, and I always wondered about whether or not I should go the same route. I, not maybe I can, or maybe I can't. I've never tried it, and I my painting skills are I'm still learning, but I tend to lean more towards like the more vibrant colors just because like I mean they're fantasy pieces,
Mhm.
so I kind of lean more towards like brighter fantasy terrain colors. So I don't know if you noticed that in any of my most of my work, but they're always bright colored. I've actually just started doing black wash.
Mhm.
Now, at first, I was really anti black wash because I wanted as vibrant and as colorful as possible. But I started doing the black wash on my mushrooms, and I was actually happy with the way it looked. And I, I'm gonna try to do that a lot more now.
Sometimes, sometimes something like black wash or of dark wash, what this is just add a little contrast.
Right.
And what I would usually do is put down the black wash and then highlight again on top of it,
Okay.
so that you get both. So you get both that contrast and then the. But apart other from that, I mean, like vibrant colors make you happy. Like I said earlier, it's your collection. I mean, you're the person who has to be happy with this.
Right. True. True. Yeah.
Although that said, there are people, for example, if you can make things realistic, make them super vibrant. Look at
That's right. Yeah. That's true.
yeah, Frankie D. Crafter, for example, does a lot of Aztec and Mexican stuff, and
Right. Those are like huge pieces. It's crazy. Yeah.
yeah, and they are super colorful as well. You know, those strong, bright colors.
Hmm.
Yeah, Campaign Terrain is saying he loves the bright colors. Dirty
I'm sorry. Say
Basement.
that again.
I'm sorry, he said Campaign Terrain is saying he loves the bright colors.
I I think so. I mean, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. Sorry.
No, no, he's saying he really likes the bright colors.
Oh, well, thank you. Like, I don't have my glasses on me. I don't know where it is. I can't really read anything right now. But
Uh,
yeah, thanks.
it's okay. I'm just reading them of the chat of the live chat
Aha, I
in
see.
the videos.
God, I wish I had my glasses on me.
Yeah, and Dungeon Matron is very impressed with the fuchsia yak.
Yeah, he's a very colorful, fun little build. Yes, or a print, I should say. Yes.
Cute.
I mean, you can see how my painting is very mediocre compared to other miniature painters. So I'm still learning. I'm still just starting. So
Yeah, dude, don't even worry about it. I mean, remember, most of the time, it's not the individual model; it's the whole thing.
right,
And
that's
I
true.
mean, look, this is a great scene. Oh, okay.
Oh boy, yeah, I like that one.
So what do we have here?
This is over Christmas. I got the book, the Dragonlance book, the new fifth edition Dragonlance book. And when I was a kid, I really actually got into Dungeons and Dragons because of the old Dragonlance novels. So when I got that book from over Christmas, I this is one of the pages that popped out that I really needed to do, which was the Tinker Gnomes workshop.
Ooh.
So in one of the pages of the book, this is actually the facade that you see, and I had to do it. It's something that I really needed to do. So it came out pretty well. It's mostly foam and cardboard, and this is you see these metal things. These are yeah, those are like hoses, like garden hose tips,
Oh, all right.
and yeah, and I just painted them copper and just turned them over. And, yeah, it came out pretty well. I'm happy with it, and it's actually modular. You can take the top off and you can play inside.
I'm not,
So
not sure if it's this one, but I think you have some photos. I'm not. I think this is from the mushroom. I think it's
that's the mushroom one. Yes, yes. Oh yeah,
there
there
you
you
go.
go. Exactly. So you can take the top off and you have like this inside that you could pretty much just put any kind of scattered terrain in and go at it.
Oh, the floorboards are good.
Oh, thank you.
Did you use any of the stair sticks in there? Is that foam?
Those are steer sticks, coffee stirs.
All right.
You just chopped them up and kind of scraped them up and painted them. Yeah.
Piece of straw.
Yeah.
These
Yeah,
parts
and
are.
these are charms that I got from like a hobby store. The one on the far left corner, that's actually like a contact lens like container, the ones that you put your contact lenses in and you put the hydrogen peroxide and you leave it in overnight.
Oh, okay. I mean, you mean
That's what
this
that is.
octagon thing, you mean?
Yeah, right. With the right, and with I just
Sorry.
attached a bunch of charms and straws on it.
Oh, and I like this part that's got the fuel label.
Right. That yeah, because that's actually a valve that I had to get replaced for a portable generator that I have, and I ended up keeping the valve. I'm like, I might use this someday, and yeah, next thing you know, it's part of my terrain. So, yep.
That's really cool. I mean,
Thanks.
these parts you end up finding use for. That's
Hmm.
I mean, these
Right,
parts you end up finding use for really interesting.
right, and it's actually getting bad now because now I'm saving everything for the possibility of making a build out of it, which is I don't know, is it good or a bad thing? Because now I have so much garbage in the house. So yeah, I just gotta keep making more stuff, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're definitely one of us now.
Exactly.
Okay, I have a question from Questboard Terrain. She's
All right.
asking, are the bricks foam or cardboard or egg carton?
Those are pink foam, pink insulation foam. I pretty much just chop them up. I use this big old sushi knife. I don't have a cutter. I don't have like those big fancy wire cutters or even any like other power tools that I see people use. I just have a big sushi knife, which I got the idea from actually from Bard's Craft because that's how I saw him do it
Oh, that
with
works.
his kitchen knife. So, but yeah, that's foam. Short answer. Sorry. Oh, yes, my Goblin Brewery.
Okay.
Yeah, these are the vats are actually a plastic juice container that I just put steer sticks in. That upside down thing underneath is a a yogurt tub.
Okay.
And yeah, and just made vats out of it, like bendy straws and little Lego pieces.
I think I spot the Lego piece.
Right.
I think I know the piece.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's I there's always extra of those. And then like you have the steering wheel. It's
Ah, yeah, okay, down here.
yeah, it makes a good valve
Yeah,
release.
it does.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a really good idea because I've seen some people use, what do you call them? Do you know those little pop buttons? That
Yeah.
come, I've seen people use one half of that for valves and stuff. But
Hmm.
Lego driving wheels are a really good idea. I mean,
Right. Yeah,
they
and
fit
it's
perfectly.
good scale too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this wire over here?
That's also a Lego piece. It's one of those Lego wires or something that you attach like with the robots.
Ah, okay, okay.
And the one up top, that's a Lego. What is that? A telescope?
Ah, this one. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
But I'm noticing that the texture of the walls here is a bit different from the.
That is Play-Doh.
No way.
Yeah, that's Play-Doh. I pretty much just rolled Play-Doh on top of cardboard and I textured it with a roller. It works out pretty well, but you have to play with the thickness of the Play-Doh because if you apply the Play-Doh too thick, it starts kind of curving when it dries. So if when that starts happening, I guess just Mod Podge the heck out of it. But it works well. It takes a long time to dry, but yeah, it works pretty well.
But doesn't it stay very fragile? I mean,
Yeah, it does. That's why I just Mod Podge layer it just to kind of make it more solid.
that is really good.
Thanks.
One looks like a
Oh
Hobbit Hole.
boy, yeah. My Hobbit Hole. Yes, I had someone asked me to do one, so it's a standard, I guess. Like everybody has to make a Hobbit Hole at one point or another if you're doing craft. So
I think
this
it's
is my rendition.
like a union regulation.
This is a ketchup bottle. That door,
What?
one of those big ketchup.
Seriously?
Yeah, it's a ketchup bottle top. Yeah, you know those big ketchup bottle tops that just open and close. And yeah, that's what that is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good scale, good size. So and you have the open and closing mechanism already built in, so that worked out pretty well.
Ah, so you made it so that it opens up and stuff?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the top actually comes off, and that's also modular. So
What did you use for
the roofing, the grass is fake fur. So it's like fake fur from like I found this fake fur from a craft store. So it's like for the lining of jackets and stuff. So I ended up just cutting it to fit and just painting it, and the paint actually made it a lot more stiff, so you can actually kind of shape the fur into any kind of direction you want the grass to grow. So it worked pretty well. It was a good thing I tried it.
Okay, because Bortrain is saying he painted a scene inside. Hobbit Hole, you mean?
Oh boy, yeah, that was horrible.
Oh,
The yes, the yeah, I tried painting a scene inside, and yeah, that
work out. What happened?
I'm not a very good painter.
Come on. I mean, it's like I said earlier, probably not the same as it was in your head, but
Right, exactly.
okay.
Oh, and that's my Orc Hut.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
The interior, yeah, that's
Right. That was one of the people who subscribed to the channel asked me to do something that did not have foam because she lives in a place where it's a warm climate place, so like insulation foam was not available. So she asked me to do something that does not include foam. So I ended up doing this, which is basically brown paper bags, like a bunch of sticks, and the main structure is actually like one of those muffin cupcake containers, like just like those plastic containers you put a muffin or a cupcake in and from the store. So I just turned it over and just slapped on a bunch of pieces of brown paper bag on it and painted it, and that was it.
yeah. I really like the kind of like a lot of stitched together.
Right.
And is this remind me? Is this the same fake fur that you used
That's
for the?
still that is still fake fur, yes.
Okay, the nursery.
Hmm. Oh, this is like one of my earlier super, like maybe like my third or fourth video. Yeah, that's like me basically going all in with this whole terrain building thing. So, yep, that's my homage to Warcraft. When I was
Okay.
a kid, I was really into Warcraft. So, yeah.
I I, I haven't played Warcraft in years, so I didn't make the
Right.
connection.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spiky orc buildings, yeah, I see it now.
Yep. Yes. And that's also mostly Play-Doh and foam. So, yeah, just put Play-Doh on the cardboard and just texture it. But now that I'm getting more comfortable using foam, I tend to lean more towards foam as opposed to just texturizing Play-Doh. So I guess it's progress.
I mean, you end up evolving your materials into something
Right,
everyone gets.
right.
Although there is one thing that with Play-Doh, especially,
hmm
uh, what you can do is you can mix it with wood. So 2 parts milliput to 1 part Play-Doh, and that
Okay.
becomes really easy to sculpt.
Huh.
Okay,
Okay.
but once
Yeah,
it
because milliput is so expensive and they
is
come in such small containers there.
really it's not
Right.
that expensive here, especially. I mean, if you buy it from a hardware store rather than from if you buy it from a modeling store, it's yeah, you don't
True.
do that.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, as long
Right.
as you get it from a
I,
hardware store, it's not that bad.
mhm. That's a good idea to add Play-Doh with it. That way you kind of stretch out the amount. And that's a good idea.
It stretches out the amount, but it also makes it a lot easier to. I mean, when it dries, it's on, and it takes longer. I think it takes about on a normal day. It takes about 8 hours to
Okay.
harden.
Oh, nice. That's good because Play-Doh is usually like 2 days almost.
Yeah,
Yes, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, I mean, it makes it harder and makes it dry. That could help.
There you go. That's basically my modular build. It's like 3 levels. So
Like this. No, I still haven't actually done any modular build for a very
uh-huh.
long time. I won't find able to play.
Hello.
No?
Sorry. Hold on. My audio is kind of going bad here.
Yeah, it might be
Uh,
my. Okay, let me know when you
all
can
right.
hear me.
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying I don't find modular building very comfortable, but the depth of the walls and stuff inside, it's you use them a
Right.
lot.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I said,
It's
but
you.
you seem to have no problem using them. So, is there some trick to using them that you do, or just dump stuff inside? How does it work?
I kind of just eyeball it. Sometimes I have like a miniatures that I keep handy nearby, and I kind of just constantly try to gauge the scale of it based on the miniatures I have in hand. So, but lately I've been finding out that modularity itself is not necessarily the height, but just the accessibility of your hand. It's like I'm actually better off building something that's modular that's only like an inch high. That way I can just put my hand in it. Because like this thing that I built, it's so hard to play with because it's so deep that when you put your hand in it to put your pieces in, it's almost like impractical. So if
Yeah,
it was like
that's generally the
half the
problem I
height,
have.
yeah, yeah. If it was like half the height, it'd be easier to play with. So something you learn as you go along, you know.
Yes, I mean one thing you could do here, for example, is rather than dividing each floor, you could have
Mhm.
like a little bit of the floor, and then the
Mhm.
rest, so you can take that off.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And that's exactly what I ended up doing with my mushroom house and
Oh, okay.
that orc hut. So it's basically just line the edges of where the inside of the hut is supposed to be, as opposed to an actual
Was
wall.
it this one?
Yeah.
No, this is the
Yeah.
tower.
That
Okay.
like my wizard. That's my wizard keep. Yeah.
Yeah, so this makes sense. Like you're saying, you've got the
Like
outline,
essentially
and
like
then
the
you can.
foundation.
Mhm.
Right.
And that's a good solution.
That one's yeah. That was my wizard keep.
Oh, nice.
This yeah. That's 3 layers. The top layer is like a peanut container. The middle layer is like Pringles, and the bottom layer is like a little bowl from a takeout.
Okay,
So it's like three different cylinders on top of each other. So that way my tower is not just one long cylinder.
that
It's
works.
actually 3 different layers. So that worked out
What are these?
because someone actually asked. Those are just cardboard that I
Cardboard,
painted.
right? Nice.
Yeah, cardboard with I think like those bedazzle
Ah, okay,
little
okay, okay.
gems.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just put in its studs. Yeah. Yep, that was supposed to look like a I don't know if you played World of Warcraft. That's supposed to look like Tower of Azora or Azura. Someone asked me to build one not too long ago, but I don't know. I guess I should have kept looking at the pictures better as opposed to just going by my imagination because someone told me it looked more like a Rapunzel Tower from Disney movies. So I, it looks cool. I like it.
I have no idea what the Tower of Azor is. So
Ah, okay, yeah, it's from like a World of Warcraft video game. Yeah.
that's why Dirty Basement Terrain is saying that's why I just use floor tiles. I think it's about the modular terrain.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, and Scatter Terrain is saying she thinks this tower looks great. Right? Evolution of Gaming, thanks for joining us.
I'm sorry, say that again.
Uh, that, so, Meredith from Scatter Terrain said that tower looks really nice. And
Oh, thank you.
Evolution of Gaming also joined us and said that that's some really good looking terrain.
Oh, well, thanks. I appreciate it. It's fun. I'm happy I got into this hobby. That's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this stuff, we're happy you got into this hobby as well.
Oh boy, yeah, that thing.
Oh,
All right, in the '80s, I had to have these. I don't know if you guys remember when, like, I think TSR came out with the action figures, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons action figures, and one of the biggest pieces that they came out with was this thing. Shoot, what is it called? Why am I drawing a blank? Oh man, why am I drawing a blank? But this is one of the big sets that they came out with, and hmm, yeah, I forgot what it's called.
looks like a
And I remember as a kid wanting it, so like, well, you know what? I can make one now, because hold on for a second. That's driving me nuts. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm sure someone in the chat will let us know.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a Advanced Dungeons and Dragons player out there that would know what this is called.
Okay, so
But that's mostly foam. Um, mm, Fortress of Fangs. It's called Fortress of Fangs.
okay, that
Yeah,
definitely has
and
fangs.
yeah, that's all foam. That was it's like a modular thing too. You can take the top off, and the bottom is just basically a lava pit. And well, my my poor rendition of a lava pit at least.
It's not that. How do you make that?
It's hot glue. I
Hot glue?
just
All right.
squirted the heck out of it with hot glue, and I just painted it red, orange, and yellow. So yeah, that was like one of my earlier builds also, and my painting just was horrible.
It's like
Progress,
it's like I said
hopefully.
earlier. It's like you don't start out simple. You just dive right in and.
Yeah.
There's quite a lot of stuff I like going on here. For example, these layers and stuff. I like the style of painting on. Looks
Oh,
a
thank
lot
you.
like an illustration. And
Yeah, it looked. Go ahead, sorry.
no, sorry, I was saying. Remember we were talking a bit earlier about stuff being realistic or not.
Hmm.
Sometimes but something looking like a painting or like an illustration, and that's great. That's it. That's what you're going for.
Oh,
That's great in itself.
yeah, I thank you for that. And I think it's yeah, I'm very heavily influenced by a lot of like fantasy art and fantasy like comic books, and I think that's how my color palette turns out. Like that's where it comes from, like the bright graphic novels.
Hmm?
So I think that's what it is.
Okay, Sophie's saying it still conveys the idea of lava, and that's what it's meant to do.
Thank you.
And scatter
I mean,
train.
I've seen people doing the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, go ahead, please.
I see people doing the resin pour. I've never actually done that. I try
Okay,
to.
I can tell you how not to do lava. I mean, like, I did lava once using PVA glue.
Uh-huh.
That took about 6 weeks to dry, and I still had to paint over it anyway, so
Oh boy.
that was an
Yeah.
absolute waste of time. Okay, Scatter Train is saying the pink shadows on green stonework works wonderfully.
Thank you.
And yeah, Evolution of Gaming is saying makes me want one. So I think we might be
I
seeing
know.
more of these.
Hmm. Yeah, I've always wanted this toy when I was a kid. So.
So what do we have going on
Oh,
here?
that's my dice jail or crow's cage.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So the bottom comes off. It's like magnetized, so you can just pop the bottom off and just put your evil D20 on it. And
Or you're misbehaving dice, right?
correct. Yes. And put the fear of gods in them.
This bone thing,
Oh,
I saw it in the background of another picture.
that is God. That was like my Halloween thing.
All
I
right.
think. I got a bunch of like those little Halloween skeletons that you
Uh-huh.
get from the like Halloween decorations. I ended up just chopping them up and making them into a tree because I actually needed like a bad guy for a campaign, and that's what I came up with.
So the bad guy was he made of bones, right?
Yeah, he's basically he was he used to be the protector of a specific forest, but then he was betrayed and he came back as a lich, kind of like a Lorax, evil Lorax kind of
Okay.
thing. So yeah, that's what he is. Tree lich, I guess, is
Oh,
what you can call it.
okay.
Yeah.
Pretty cool idea. Okay. In the meantime, Dirty Basement Rain is saying, don't knock your painting skills. I seriously doubt that Michelangelo started off with the Sistine Chapel. In, re- in, reply,
Right.
in reply to which Scatter Train is saying, I doubt Michelangelo was happy with the Sistine Chapel. He was an artist after all.
Right. Hey, as long as it's far enough and high enough and no one really can see his mistakes, so.
Yeah, but he knew the mistake was there.
Right, that's true, right. By beating himself up with it, yeah, or for it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, okay, this must be the inside view of the
That's
Hobbit
the
house.
inside of my Hobbit house, yes.
And what's
Oh
this
man,
one?
yeah, that was my uh somewhat successful attempt at making a Harry Potter thing. Yes, it's my Harry Potter build ish. It's what is it called? God.
Not terribly familiar with Harry Potter. Kind of looks like some kind of bank to me.
Yeah, it's a 3 level. It's Gringotts. It's
Oh, okay.
in Harry Potter. It's their bank
Oh, okay.
and where they put all their money and all their magical items in. And I kind of wanted to build like a magical storage building,
Mhm.
kind of like a Warehouse 13 ish. So I kind of copied Gringotts a little bit. So it's a 3 level build. It's all magnetized, so the back wall comes off.
Okay.
Then all 3 levels come off, so each level is playable.
I see.
Yeah, it's not finished. I haven't even done the floors. I was actually planning on doing a diorama for each level, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. So it's kind of a almost done build.
No, I mean you've definitely got the general bankiness of it. Question: do you have any favorites from the build so far?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I'm sorry. Do you have any favorites from the pieces you've built so far?
Favorites. I think my favorite one so far is um mm, yeah, I mean this one's pretty cool. I think the Tinker Gnome Workshop is my favorite one.
This is a brilliant
Yes,
one.
because I was so relieved that it came out well because I was so worried that I was wasting hours and days trying to build this thing. It was just going to be horrible. So I'm happy it came out this way. And it looks really cool. Plus, it's like from a genre of books that I really loved as a kid. So, but yeah, that's my favorite one.
Let's see. Evolution of Gaming is saying, do we need another finish him challenge? And that reminds me, we are running some challenges on this channel, roughly once every month.
Uh-huh.
The next one for the 13th August, if I'm not mistaken, is natural materials. And
Okay.
then we have DM screen challenge going for
Ooh.
September. I don't have the date for
Okay.
that one yet, but basically, if you want to join in, what you do is you build your DM screen, and then
Okay.
we'll have a stream and we'll show off everyone's work. And
Yeah.
the one for October/Halloween is the baby doll head challenge.
Oh boy.
So
All right.
yeah,
That
Lawrence
that sounds
and
fun. Yeah.
Lisa started fighting over that. So
That actually sounds pretty interesting.
yeah, they set a
I
very high bar for us for that. Thing.
Uh-huh. All right. Sounds good. I think I'll give it a shot.
And that reminds me, if anyone wants to throw any to show to look at later, I'm
I'm
just going
sorry.
to. If any of the viewers want to throw any stuff in the community showcase for us to look at later, I'm just going to drop the link in the video.
Oh yes, please. Yeah, that sounds good.
So, what do you think? Yes, Lawrence, baby doll heads. Calm down. Uh, where do you think you would like to go now with crafts? Is there anything you would like to develop further, or any particular direction you want to go in?
Mm, honestly, I'm so new to this that I'm just enjoying it. One build, one video, and so far I'm just stimulating my creativity right now. I didn't know something. This is something I could do, and right now, that's all I'm trying to enjoy.
I mean, just taking it one build at a time and seeing what there is that you can do. That's a pretty good way of
Right?
doing
Yeah,
it.
that's true. Yeah, it's something I didn't know I could do, so I'm enjoying it right now.
Is there some build that you put bubbling around in your head, like that you haven't tried yet?
There is actually. Well, there's another creator that I talk to from time to time, and I not too long ago I posted a picture of uh, Stonehenge.
Okay.
So she asked me like, well, she's gonna build her own version of her Stonehenge or kind of enhance it based on what she imagines to add on to it. So I'm possibly gonna do the same thing, kind of do my own version of Stonehenge, and hopefully that comes out. I mean, I have a few ideas already, but nothing too concrete. But that's definitely something I'm gonna do soon. So,
Yes.
but hey, if anybody else wants to do a Stonehenge build, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to. And it sounds fun.
That does. Might be something we could put in the challenge slash pile. It's not specifically Stonehenge, but
Maybe, yeah. Right. It's like a do your own version of Stonehenge. You know what I mean?
Stonehenge or any
Like
other
next thing you know, the
henge
right, the
monument or something like
Stonehenge is a pub or a tavern or something.
that. The Stonehenge Tavern.
Yep.
So going back to gaming,
Hmm.
you mentioned that if you play mostly 5th edition, yeah?
Hmm.
So do you have any like particular patience for writing adventures of modules to do a lot of homebrew as
I'm sorry, you were breaking up. I
well?
didn't hear
Sorry.
you.
Uh, you mentioned that you do a lot of homebrew as well, yeah?
Yes.
So do you have your kind of your own homebrewed world or
Yes, I do actually. Yeah, it's a fishing village. Um, yeah, and a lot of my homebrew stories actually happen on and in and around the village. So it's kind of weird and lame. I don't know. It's fun to do, but we tend to stick with a lot of the books. So
I mean, the fishing village idea sounds, a lot of people go for massive sprawling worlds and continents.
right, yeah,
If you end up with
yeah. Well,
one village, you end up caring about it, kind of thing.
true, right? Yeah, you get your NPCs tend to be a little bit more uh, less annoying when you're living in a small fishing village. You don't want to hobo like murder hobo them as much as you normally would, I guess. So
Ideally, no.
yeah, maybe a little bit.
Yeah, no, sometimes there's always that one, isn't there?
There's always one person who just feels the need to do it. Right, that's true.
What do you say? Shall we go and have a look at the community showcase on Discord?
Sure, yeah, please.
Oh, there.
I like this one. I see
Okay.
this one a lot. This is really cool.
The 1986 or 1987 Mighty Castle from Games Workshop, done up by
Right.
Dirty Basement Terrain. I really like the way those doors came out.
I love that. Yeah, that's I've seen the actual the video of it. Yeah, it looks really cool. It's
I mean, like the shading on the wood and stuff. This is
right.
really
Yeah,
good work.
it's great painting.
And this thing is huge. I think he said that this thing it's sitting on is a full sheet of foam board.
Jeez, yeah.
Well, thank God it's modular.
Right. Oh, that's a cool one.
Nick built this tabletop cynics building, and since he felt it needed a base,
Okay.
he
It's like
built
one of
another
those
building
laser
too.
cut.
Huh? Yeah, it's
Right.
laser cut MDF.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks beautiful. Yeah.
So the top part is laser cut MDF. The rest of it, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but
Uh-huh.
he built it because he decided that the little building on top needed a base.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Good idea. Yeah, that looks cool.
Really grimy. I think it's for his post-apocalyptic stuff.
Yeah, it's very like Resident Evil-ish kind of.
Ooh, okay. Here's
All
purple
right.
worm from
Yeah,
Bitter
purple
Trail.
worm. Yeah. And that's a classic one. Wow.
Those teeth look sharp.
I didn't think it was that big. It's pretty good.
Let's see. Aluminium foil covered in several layers of liquid latex with air dry clay horns and oh wow. So those horns and teeth are air drying clay.
Oh, okay.
And because some of them look really fine, it's
Mm-hmm.
must have taken some
Yeah.
work to get them that small without cracking and things.
Oh, yeah, right. Probably like mix some sort of glue with it or something because that looks really good. Yeah, that's massive. That's one of those classic monsters though from the manual. That's really cool.
I think it's been there since forever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a pre-latex shot. Assembled the moat painted the moat while assembling it so I could reach the gums and teeth. Ah, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's cool. I like how that turned out.
Also scatter
Yeah,
terrain. Boats.
that's one more thing I want to do is one of those boats or well, I kind of want to do like an airship.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but I don't know, I'm trying to get some kind of idea. Something like this. It looks pretty good.
Also, if you could find something to make like a balloon for it or.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. I mean, a bunch of tubs and stuff like that probably would.
True, yeah. I've seen like people do airships and like watercrafts out of like shampoo bottles. So maybe something like that, like just make the basic structure out of a shampoo bottle and kind of just slap on foam and pieces of wood and maybe that could work out.
Okay.
We'll see.
That wood texture, by the way, is really nice.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Steps pre-carved and painted. Okay.
Wow, that's nice. See, that's what I need to learn to do is just draw a plan out first. I kind of just
Yeah,
make stuff
I've
up.
heard planning is a really good thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, that looks beautiful based off of the illustration. Yeah, it's a good color. Yeah, that's nice.
Guessing these are the railings or just.
Mm.
And Train says, I've been working on challenges and game prep, so I'm just posting a couple of things that are not you, but I like. Okay, that works. Okay, so this one was for
Alright.
Frost Giant, I think.
Okay. Oh, that used to be a Ray doll?
Yep.
Okay. That's pretty good.
This
Oh
one used to
boy,
be
yeah.
a rhinoceros.
Yeah. It's one of those torturing chambers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. That's a good idea.
This one was a whole massive underwater table set, so yeah.
Oh, okay. I get it. I like that one.
Okay.
It almost looks like a hose tip too.
I might be some kind of bottle caps, but yeah, it's definitely neat. Definitely a neat skull organizer. Oh, oh, okay, this one is from
Oh boy,
Sophie. Poison paper. That stonework looks amazing.
that looks really nice. Like a little conjuring.
I can.
That's cool. Huh. Yeah, it's beautiful texture.
Texture, and I see that there are these little leaves and stuff in there, color variations. This is some lovely
Right.
stuff. So definitely on the darker side, but whoa.
Right. Yeah. It's like a conjuring demons or summoning demons or something with that.
Other weird stuff.
Right. Among other things. That looks really cool.
Okay, and I like that again. It's not just grey stone. You've also got those greens and blues and stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a good idea with the speckles of green, maybe even browns and reds. I have to try to do that.
And at the same time, it's not
Oh.
terribly dark. We'll
Uh huh.
get to that, Lawrence. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. This one's from Earthman Brick. It's a dice tower he made a while ago from a piece of pipe found in his.
Uh huh. Oh, that's cool. Like
Oh,
a
yeah,
post-apocalyptic thing.
yeah, it also doubles up as orky, junk, terrain, post-apocalyptic, what have you.
Mm.
Okay, yes. This is Lawrence's baby head thingy.
This is awesome. I like this one. I don't think I can top that one, baby head one. That's really cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Lawrence will top himself on this one because.
Right.
Okay, so Lawrence, you have yourself to beat now. Okay, but again, I mean, like, same with that stonework was saying earlier, different shades and colors. So go on, Lawrence, you have to do something creepier than.
Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see. I'm gonna have a few months to think about it, I guess. We'll see.
Okay, so it's open for everyone. So
Yeah, I like that one. That's awesome.
oh no, he has a plan. Okay, hold on to your horses, people. Lawrence has a plan. Something
Oh
terrible is going to
boy.
happen.
All right. Well,
Let's check. Okay, and the review of the baby head thing. And okay, this is from Martin from Pulp Atelier. Okay, so Martin does a lot of work with pieces of wood he finds.
Oh wow. Okay.
Adds on green stuff mostly, but now I see that he's adding
Oh, I see.
plastic
That's
parts and
like
so on.
the base structure. Yeah.
Yeah, so hey, Martin is upping his game. This is going to be scary.
Yeah, that's very good. This is okay. This is the natural material.
I would think so, but yeah, he does a lot of work with this his medium of choice kind of thing.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Apart from drawing maps, he also likes to give people nightmares with these kind of
Hmm.
Everyone? No? Oh, and to be.
Hello.
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah. There we go. Gotcha.
Ah, okay. So we also have a question for everyone from Earthman Brick. I posted the
Mhm.
image because I found another piece of pipe and wonder what team of Dice Tower I should make next. Hey, so
Okay.
Giovanni, I think that as a guest, should give Earthman Brick his team. What kind of Dice Tower should he make?
Which one is it? I didn't see it.
Okay, so let's back to that. So Earthman Brick is saying he found another piece of pipe to make a dice tower,
Okay.
and
A dice tower. Okay.
okay, and he'd like to know what kind of dice tower should he make. So as the guest, I think you should go ahead and tell him what team to do.
Oh boy. Dice tower wise, I like the way that's shaped. It's you can always kind of looks more like a tree of life thing, like an elven tree of life. So you can have like balconies coming out
Ooh.
on the sides and multi-level balconies, like an elven balcony and like a big elven tree. Like,
Hey,
just thinking out loud, I guess. But yeah,
I mean, it's
I'm
definitely
thinking like a
a
big
good idea.
elven tree of life.
So what do you think about that, Steve? Let us know.
Yeah, please. Yeah, I would like to see it.
A second while I try to unfreeze my camera. Okay, so this was my microphone, but yeah. Uh,
Yep.
Frozen, still frozen. For these people, basically, it's. So, Earthman Brick is saying, so you want him to make it green and make a Mario themed pipe.
But whatever works.
Yeah, I don't think he really does elfy stuff, but yeah, I mean,
No, huh?
whatever makes you happy, man.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Ah, there we go. Hey, so Giovanni, do you have any other
Yeah.
anything else you would like to tell the people here, and other ideas you would like to throw out or stuff like that?
Regarding build or
Builds or anything else that you would like to talk about?
no, well, my next build is gonna be that yeah, that Stonehenge. So I'm gonna get started on it soon. Hopefully you guys can check it out and let me know.
Oh, I will for sure. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm really enjoying your videos.
awesome. Thank you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the challenges. I didn't know that was a thing, so
No, I mean, you're
I'm
very
definitely
welcome
in.
to join us. I mean, the more the merrier.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap up for today.
All right.
So, Giovanni, thank you again so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Well, thanks for having me. This was fun. I've never done this before, and honestly, I was very nervous, and this was actually pretty fun. It's
Yeah, I mean,
cathartic. I like it. Thank you.
we'll definitely do it again in the future. So don't worry about that.
Please, yeah, please do.
Okay, and we'll be back next week. We're actually having 2 streams next week, one on Saturday and one on Sunday. So the details for Saturday will be out later this week, and the one on Sunday we're having Dr. Tom Thompson, also known as Dr. Mr. Dungeon Matron, will be talking to us about normals. That's Normans with an N, not normals. So thank you everyone for watching. Giovanni, thank you again for joining us, and have a great weekend.
Thanks for having me. All right.
Been a pleasure, man. Been a pleasure. Bye.
Likewise. Bye.